Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hello, how are you? Hopefully everybody's great. So happy you're here to join me today. Welcome back. It's good to see everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. Not a lot of finishes yet. So, scissors. Oh my, good job, scissors. I am using Holby's We Love Yarn because it's black and it's beautiful. This is to hold my darning needle in my little basket I keep beside my bed. Now if I'm leaving, I just put it into my pencil case, but I hate zipping and unzipping it, and it got a little crowded there. There was a lot of scraps in it. I was getting a little bit unorganized, so I leave it out now with a whole bunch of tiny balls, just because my daughters love to play with my yarn, and I do too. So sometimes it's nice just to grab a ball of yarn, just squeeze it and smoosh it and kiss it and love it, and maybe make a chain or two, and yeah, so whatever. Alright, so here we are with my final panel. Got my knot, which doesn't always make a big difference, but let's start making faces. So, super excited to see News Goosebumps this week on Friday. From what I can see from what they have on their banner, Slappy's going to be pretty freaky. Like, Slappy was already super scary, the mannequin. If you are not aware of Goosebumps and the characters, Slappy the mannequin is basically the king of the scariest of scaries. And he really is, actually. I would not want to mess with Slappy. Not at all. I mean, first of all, his name's Slappy. He's got that old-timey look about him of horror, and that's fantastic. Anyway, yeah, I could see him causing some nightmares on some people. That is for sure. So that's happening on Friday. I'll decide if I'm watching it then. I'm probably going to start all the murderers in the building. I'm just putting it off because I'm trying to enjoy it, and I have been enjoying it immensely. Please, I've been watching it since it began because, you know, Martin Short, and Steve Martin are phenomenal. I saw the other day, I gotta check probably in the next couple of days, but I saw that Tubi had the Three Amigos. Whew, that is a movie. Definitely worth watching. So I may have to check to see if they have it a little later. I haven't seen it in a very long time, so I just always remember them on horses doing that silly thing where they go doof, 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 and then the hip thing. Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys are the best. But I've been hearing that after they're done with Only Murders in the Building, Steve Martin's going to retire, and that makes me sad. But at the same time, it's kind of like Jack Nicholson. You've earned it. You really have. Enjoy yourself. I used to watch a lot of soap operas back in the day, and fairly young soap operas gentleman has passed away this week, Tyler. Oh, can't remember his last name, but he was on Days of Our Lives and General Hospital when I used to watch, so he's only 50, so he's like 5 years older than me, so it's kind of again one of those ones where you're just like, oh, that's pretty unexpected. Guess he had heart something. They're not really saying much. Just kind of threw me off yesterday when I was looking at the news. Yesterday, by the time I post this, it'll probably be like 2-3 days later. Anyways, I forgot to mention in my last video, we got our inspection. Everything was fine. We have all our safety stuff. Our windows have the extra locks because we're on the 3rd floor. And our smoke alarms are in perfect condition. We never touch them. We do not mess with them. And yeah. And my dryer got vacuumed out. So that made me feel a lot better. We were talking about how that's a really important thing to keep on top of, is making sure that, you know, the dryer in the back in the system needs to be taken care of, because those actually can catch fire, and I worry about it all the time. I constantly vacuum out the door and as much of it as I possibly can, but I couldn't get very deep into it like they can. But that's okay. We took care of it, and that's something they're making a bigger priority for fire safety, and I'm very happy to see that, so I thank them very much. I got to put my shelf back in my laundry room, so my laundry room is the way it should be, and put my steam cleaner back in there. So I got to put some stuff away. And I don't really like shifting over that shelf. I have some loose tools on it, like my hammer, a big wrench, just sitting there on the edge, and I'm lifting the thing going, why do I always have to do it like this? I could really, really hurt myself. But I did it anyways because I wanted it done. And it's done. And that's why I spent the rest of my day relaxing, hanging out with my kids, because I feel like when I get into big cleaning binges and I have a lot to do, I spend 6-7 hours of my day doing that, and my kids get really upset because I am not that mom. I'm the, oh, you want to play a board game or hang out, or you just want me to sit with you while you color or read the story with you. Okay, we're done. And I will drop what I'm doing most of the time. The only exception is like dishes or if I'm cooking dinner. But my husband usually does dinner right now, so, and I do the dishes, which I can walk away from for a few minutes at a time. But I just feel like I end up spending less time with them. Yes, the house is nice and clean, but they also feel a little bit like, where's mommy? Alright, that is a happy little dude. And we're going to do a nice little knot here. And you can't see nothing. Alright, so 2 done. $14 more to go. And yeah, I didn't want to do anything super duper spooky. I didn't want to do anything very worrisome. I just wanted to put some sort of definition on them. My next part is going to have to be making stems. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to crochet them right to the actual granny square, because I have not put the backings on. So I'm thinking maybe a 3.5 and a super dark green. Maybe I'll alternate some greens. I haven't decided. I do have a lot of greens right now, so it's not going to be a problem finding a color that I like. If fact, I think one of them that I want, I'm going to have to be looking in the closet for. Yeah, I think that's where I put it when I was cleaning up. Because I had too many bags of yarn sitting on the floor. I was getting a little bit wild and everything was going across the floor. So I took care of that. That was part of my cleanup. And they're probably going to be here within a week. Within a week, I'll probably have most of them back out. Just because I wanted to look for color or just wanted to touch more yarn. That is just, just how I roll when it comes to yarn. I can't help it. Like, I'm looking at this in my screen there and thinking about what I could do with that one. I still am humming and hawing on quite a few of these. They're like, this is a nice acrylic. These are wool. So they're not really compatible per se. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do because I only have a couple of this bright pink, but it's all a really nice pink. There was this really neat hat that Bago Day did, but I don't know if I have enough. I have an orange wool, but I'm not so sure I like the idea of orange and pink as a contrast. And if I even want a contrast, it's a felted hat. It's super cute, very 1920s, and it's kind of something I definitely would wear as a winter hat to go with one of my nicer jackets I have. So, I don't know. I may have to look into that. But before I can look at something else for myself, we are going to have to get into Christmas. I'm going to have to start doing my Christmas crawl here, figure out what I'm making for everybody, do up my list, and make sure I've got the colors I need. And if not, we're going to have to start looking around at what I can get and where I can get them and who I have to fight to get them. I'm just kidding. Maybe. I've had to make deals in the past where I will work for yarn, and that's quite alright. It works out in my favor, really. And the person who paid for the yarn gets their item. They don't have to actually make it themselves, so win-win. There we go. I think it's almost going to be coming up on the Fiber Arts Club again. Deciding if I want to go. Show my family that I can go out sometimes without them. Without it being the end of the world. Everyone survived. Going out an hour a month doesn't seem like a lot. But when you're at home and everything is on you to be the main caregiver, it becomes a lot. And I don't get to do this very often. Now that the little one is a little bit older, pretty sure the boys in the house can handle taking care of the two of them briefly for just a little bit. And yeah, so far the first one was kind of interesting. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if I want to go again, but I might. I mean, it would be good to support the club so they can actually get up and running at the same time. I don't know if I'd be able to make every time. So there's that. I don't know. I'll give it some thought. But it is really, really nice to be able to be around people talking about yarn and their projects and their struggles and their ups and their downs. Like the one girl who knits from her mind. Just super funny. I don't know if it's going to work out. I don't know if it's going to fit. I just knit. Okay. That sounds lovely. It's pretty fun. Everybody does things a little differently when it comes to their craft. Some people are very, very organized. I'm halfway organized. I'll say that much. There are times where I think I've got everything I need and I'm just like taken for a loop, and there are other times where I'm just really, really rigid with how I've got to do things. And then there are other times where I'm just like, no, it's going to be as it is. There's not going to be any in between. Alright. I think chatting to you is making me go a little bit faster on this here. And it's probably because I'm not trying so hard to be perfect. Because I keep forgetting that, you know, pumpkins aren't perfect. Nobody ever carves one perfectly, and if they do, it's okay for them, I guess. We're gonna do a fun little smirk. I like that one. Okay. I opted to not put mouths on the ghosts. I just thought that, you know, you probably don't know. I just felt that the pumpkins needed mouths, and I felt like the ghost doesn't need a mouth. I was thinking of like those really cool prints and paintings that people are doing of ghosts all over, like sitting on the swing and stuff. They just have eyes, or a sheet with their eyes, and I really like that aesthetic. So non-traditional. It is what it is. It's going to be still going to be interesting. It's still going to be. I think it's going to work out really well. And we are going to do ghost here. And I'm going to make it a her with pretty eyelashes. Because I know my girl loves the pretty eyelashes. There we go. So, like I said, I am not the best at this kind of thing of doing needlework. So I'm trying really hard to be creative, not be so hard on myself, because there's no way I'm going to do a perfect job, and I don't expect to. Part of me would love to do a perfect job, but part of me knows better that there is no such thing as perfect. There's close, but not all the way. Okay, I don't like how you've tangled it back here. I don't want that much of a tail hanging out. This is good like this. Okay. Like that. Okay, seriously. Come on. Come on. Loosen that up. Okay. I don't know, that one just really didn't want to work for me. So go 1. 2. 3. Okay, and then we're going to put a little eye in there. Okay, well that's a little bit tighter than I'd like. Yeah, there we go. That's better, and we're going to do a little one, 2. And 3. Not bad. Okay, so we're going to start here. Go up. Again, come back. Here. Your eyelashes. One, 2, 3. And we're going to do the little pupil right here. Just so it's looking in that direction. Giving some side eye. I think that works out. Pretty eyes with side eye. Works out well. Alrighty. Got some nice side eye going. And here we are with another one. So, all my other projects I have only had to get my ends in, and that was it. I've never had to do this much after, so I really did not anticipate that. I did not even cross my mind that I would have to do this. So it's going to take me a little bit longer because it's quite a bit of work, even these simplistic little designs. I think that one could have been a little bit better, but whatever. I'll look at it tomorrow. Maybe put another bit through. Now I'm going to have to do that now. That one pupil does not look as good as the other one. So, re-knot it. That much better. One more there. Yarn just slips right off my needle there. Oh, that's fun. Anyways, I'm going to finish up this panel, or this one granny square. I'm probably going to call it a night. And we're just going to tie that off over here. Believe me, I do not want anyone looking at the back as I work on this one. It is hot, hot mess. But let's take a better look here. There we go. That's a bit better. Not crazy better. I think this one ended up a little bit longer. It does that. This is what I'm saying. I'm just not crazy about it. I may have to take that one apart. I will deal with it later. Anyways, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!